how did we get to the point where we have THC drinks in Tennessee and they're about to be illegal? How did we get here? I'm going to tell you a story. Let's go back to 2018. The Trump administration's trade war with China had squeezed U.S. farmers pretty hard, and tariffs hit major exports like soybeans, corn, and cotton. Farm profits sank, storage bins filled up, and small town economies started hurting. So Congress, divided as they always are, actually came together and they helped American farmers survive. Yes, that's amazing. Good job. And with Trump's need to keep these socialism-fearing farmers in their cool, fashionable red hats, the 28th Farm Bill was passed. Yes, with a little bit of socialism and new laws. The idea was simple: to give farmers more crops to grow, new markets to reach, and a safety net while all the trade war stuff, all that played out. So lawmakers decided to re-legalize hemp. Yes, it's been banned since the 30s, but it's got potential for fiber products, for food products, CBD wellness products, and biomaterials. The new rule, though: hemp had to have less than 0.3 THC by dry weight. And that was to ensure that nobody could get high from it, because that would be awful. Oh my God. But chemists, they already had other plans. The scientists already knew that hemp-derived CBD oil could be converted into THC, the psychoactive ingredient in marijuana. Scientifically speaking, there's no difference between hemp-derived THC and marijuana THC. There's just a couple little things that happen when you burn it or you convert it. It turns into chemically identical molecules. The same structure, same receptors in the brain, and same euphoric effect, man. Oh, yeah, this is good times. I dig it. All right. By 2022, Tennessee was buzzing. Shops and breweries, blah, 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 were rolling out THC sodas, seltzers, and gummies made from hemp. They gave people a social, legal way to relax, and business was booming. Farmers, they found a whole new lifeline. Yeah, good stuff, farmers. The 5 spot here are coolers filled with 5 milligram, 10 milligram hemp sodas. And folks that had quit drinking alcohol, they had an alternative to booze. And some pretty great socializing went down. It's been good times. Tennessee brought in over $11 million in new tax revenue in 2023. That helped fund rural development projects, agricultural research, and small business grants. But all that success, it brought on some competition. Big cannabis corporations who had paid millions for licenses and taxes in states where marijuana is legal, they saw hemp drinks cutting into their profits. And that's not cool, man. Pharmaceutical companies, they didn't like this competition either. Probably something to do with their synthetic THC drug patents. So November 2025, during tense negotiations to end the 43-day government shutdown, Congress, they quietly slipped in a new hemp THC restriction. It didn't outlaw hemp drinks completely, but it capped them at 0.4 milligrams of THC per serving. Far too low for anyone to feel any effect. Pointless. The silly part is that the new regulations do not even go into effect until November of 2026. So we can enjoy those drinks a little bit longer, but banks, they're going to be recalling all the loans that the hemp industry used to get rolling, and that's just going to make them all go out of business. And isn't the free market just grand? And don't expect Congress, they're not going to revisit this anytime soon. Nope. With midterm elections, heavy corporate lobbying in Iran, has anyone noticed all of the warships that are headed in that area? And the Ayatollah's like, oh, wouldn't it be a shame if some of your aircraft carriers ended up at the bottom of the ocean? Whoo! And then, you got the Epstein files, hemp reforms. They're just stuck on the back burner. There is a simple fix, though. You know what that is? Federal cannabis legalization. It would even the playing field for everybody, and clarify regulations and let small farms and local businesses compete fairly. That would be nice. But until then, Tennessee's hemp scene will just be waiting in limbo. So, yay! Okay, everybody, come on out tonight. Get some hemp drinks. Listen to some cool jams. Maybe come into the songwriters thing and play some of your songs. Sign up at 5 o'clock. And thanks for sticking through this whole thing. All right, people, party on. We'll see you later. Woo! Bye.